Hi people, how y'all doing? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. It is Sandra here and I am back again with another video from Charlie Kirk, okay? So today's video is titled Charlie Kirk ties liberal woke academic in knots. Okay, obviously gonna be my first time getting into this. Super excited to see what is behind this video, and I really love for y'all to see this video through me as well. So please do stick around from the very start to the very end. Okay, if this is your first time coming on here, you're highly welcome. Thank you so much, and please do stick around. Yeah. So with this being said, people, let's just hop right into the video.
So I am a self-described liberal, and I honestly did not think that I would be so nervous, but I am. And I wanted to kind of clear up some things. You had said earlier that it's easy, you had asked if it's easy to hold liberals, is it easy to hold your beliefs? And, oh, it's easy because the rest of society agrees with you, yada, yada, yada. However, that's not why I find it easy. I was liberal before it was cool. I find my beliefs easy to hold because I believe them in my soul. And I feel like a lot of conservatives are the same way. Your beliefs aren't subject to acceptance or disacceptance. Something else, and I mean, and honestly, if it were about what would be easy, it would be if I wanted to make my life more comfortable, I would change and become conservative. Because my husband has been caught up in and has changed his way of thinking to be a conservative person over the past couple of years.
We'll get you there.
Caused absolute disarray. So if it were something where I could just say, oh, well, you know, if you could get somebody to change their values.
Yeah, so let's try to make some progress. What do you believe and why do you believe it?
Well, I believe actually a lot of the same things you believe, just maybe in a more broad sense. Like, I believe in freedom.
Okay.
I believe in free speech. I believe in free speech for everybody. I believe in freedom of expression. If you were born with a penis and you want to wear a dress, have at it. It's not my life, and I don't get to dictate to anybody else what's right or wrong. I don't believe that man is above nature, because then is man unnatural? If man is separate from nature, is man unnatural?
Man is made in the image of the Creator, but I do want to zero in on one thing here, which is so you say you don't care what other people do. Just curious, like, do you think it should be okay for adults to perform drag performances in front of children?
It depends on the nature of the performance.
How about a sexually explicit one?
Of course not.
Okay, so we agree on that. And by the way, most liberals don't, just so we're clear, right?
I know zero liberals that think that it's okay to expose children to sexually explicit stuff.
Okay, so you would be partners with me in removing child pornography from elementary schools?
Yes.
Okay, so you're a big fan of Ron DeSantis then?
No.
Well, he did that, and he was attacked by Disney, and he was attacked by every major left-wing group as harsh, anti-gay, don't say gay. He was just saying you're not allowed to put propaganda or pornography in front of kids. I think you're actually more conservative than you are liberal, than you give yourself credit for.
No. Hold your applause. I am not, because where we differ is in how we define what is profane, what is pornography.
How about oral sex to 8-year-olds? That's probably profane, right?
Excuse me?
Yeah, exactly. That's in textbooks across the country, including in this state, that liberals are defending as free speech.
Okay.
They're teaching 8-year-olds the most graphic sexual practices in public schools across the country. And I get smeared, slandered, and so does the American right as somehow being anti-LGBT because I don't think a 9-year-old should be exposed to things that should be behind in the darkest depths of the human existence, right? So I guess we agree on that. What I'm trying to get at, though, is why you believe what you believe. And we could spend all night doing this. You say you believe in freedom and free speech, right? Okay. So which side do you think the American right or the American left currently is doing a better job of protecting the idea of freedom of speech?
Actually, they're both sucking pretty hardcore. They're both being absolutely horrible at it.
How has the right been horrible at that? I'm curious.
They're both being horrible in the exact same way. And it's who are they protecting or standing up for free speech for? Like, free speech for who?
Can I ask a theoretical question? Do you think if a liberal came to speak at University of Kentucky, they'd give an open mic like I just did to a conservative and had a discussion like this?
I certainly hope they would.
No, they wouldn't, because speech is not a left-wing value. That's why Chuck Schumer went on the Senate floor yesterday and called for the censorship of a cable television program. That is why they have to deploy shock troops called Antifa to go after everywhere I go. When I go to University of California, Davis next week, there has to be 120 police officers because of the threats, the violent threats of liberals that want me dead, that want to disrupt our events. There are no right-wing hecklers that come to events like this. Michael Knowles, Matt Walsh, Ben Shapiro, myself, Candace Owens need 24/7, 365 armed security to prevent ourselves from the violent threats from the left. And so I think it's rather clear there's one side that is trying to do everything they can to shut one side up and one side that's trying to open up the marketplace of ideas. And I think that's rather self-evident. But I do want to thank you for coming here tonight and demonstrating.
I totally disagree with everything you just said. I don't discount that you've received death threats or anything like that.
So how about this? Public approval polls show that a majority of liberals do not believe the First Amendment is absolute. What do you have to say about that?
It's not absolute. There are restrictions to the First Amendment.
Such as?
There literally are legal restrictions to it.
Outside of incitement, what would one be?
Okay, let's see. Let me think back to high school civics class.
Do you think hate speech should be disallowed?
Fighting words is disallowed. Not fighting word. It's called that though.
No, they're very much not disallowed, actually.
They are disallowed if your speech is considered by a reasonable person and they harm you because of what you said.
Wait, you mean hurt their feelings or physically harm them?
Okay. If you intentionally provoke a person with your speech, that is not protected speech.
Yes, it is.
It actually...
The American Civil Liberties Union protected Nazis to be able to march in Skokie, Illinois around Holocaust survivors. Grotesque, outrageous speech is absolutely protected by the First Amendment.
I'm not saying that grotesque. I'm saying that... I can't really explain it right now, but there is a limitation on that. Another limit is like you can't speech that like you can't yell fire in a crowded theater.
You actually can, but that's a separate constitutional issue. That's incitement. That's a separate issue. But thank you for being here tonight, and I don't think we made any progress, but we certainly see where we disagree.
I'm so glad that ended when it did, because honestly, I was becoming very uncomfortable, quite frustrating, because oh my god, I think at this point I've gotten into like quite a number of Charlie Kirk's videos, to be honest, and this is one of the most uncomfortable one I had to go through, because I mean, looking at her and the way she sounds and the way she seems very sweet, and just seems like a very sweet person, but then what is coming out of her mouth is really just not exactly sweet, right? So I really don't understand. I obviously see a huge problem in everything she thinks and everything she believes, and her manner of like approach, even like from the very onset. I feel like everything goes wrong about this. Like, first of all, she shouldn't have come on here. She shouldn't have taken up that mic because she needs to know if she's a liberal or if she's conservative. Because I feel like she really is just in the middle. She's pretty open-minded. She's not like oh so conservative. She's not like oh so liberal. I don't even think like I just feel like I feel if she just lets herself be herself, she would see that she's really on the right side of things, to be honest. Because her take and her opinion about things are not liberal. Or is it that she doesn't know the meaning of being liberal, or she doesn't know the qualities of a liberal person? Because you're saying you're liberal and you're here standing for liberality, while your opinion on things and your take in life is that of a conservative person. So it's like she's just deceiving herself and trying to force herself into something. She's obviously not a liberal person, but why she really wants to force herself to be a liberal person is what I do not understand. Because if you want to be liberal, you be liberal. That is the whole point of liberality. You can be whoever and whatever you want to be. If you want to be a leftist, if you want to be on the right, like whatever it is you want to be, you literally can be it. So, but you really know, you have to know why you want to be that, and you have to know like just the driving forces basically. So this was actually very uncomfortable to watch, because even the way she was sounding very unsure and confused, I feel like at some point she just realized that she shouldn't have done this, and I kind of like felt sorry for her because I don't know, yeah, I feel like at some point she had like a huge rethink about her decision to take that mic and just air her opinions, because she didn't have much, she didn't have much to say, and I just feel like she didn't want to go down, because she's saying, oh, I don't agree with anything you just said, and he didn't even say much. She did all the saying, she did all the talking, she did all the agreeing, he was basically just asking her questions. So it happened. I guess maybe she's gonna like have a rethink and know that she's not a liberal, or have a rethink and really try to study what being a liberal is, and try to force herself to believe in the the qualities of a liberal person basically. But we did get into this and it was quite uncomfortable to watch, as I already said. But I want to know what you all think about this down in the comment box, regardless if it's conflicting from mine. I really wouldn't mind as long as it's respectful. So just put down your comments, your thoughts, and all of that good stuff down in the comment box. But we have come to the very end of today's video. Thank you all so much for joining me. And please do give this video a big thumbs up if you did like it. Hit the subscribe button if you're yet to subscribe to my channel for more amazingly content as such. And upon to the very next one, people, let us keep on staying safe and healthy. Hopefully we do get to see. Bye.